I'm not playing. It's coming from across the lake. Man, we're tripping. Doc here with the Humboldt X YouTube channel, and my son and I are at Onion Lake, up near Blue Creek Mountain. And we're hearing some things, man. It ain't no mountain lion, it ain't no bear, so stay tuned, hang with us. We're gonna get to it.
That's what's up.
Headed out on another camping adventure. Love it out there at Highway 96. I think this time we're gonna venture up Forest Route 13 and, you know, take Bluff Creek Road up around that way this time, outside of Witchpeck. We tried to go out a couple weeks ago, but it was we got stopped by the fires, man. It blocked off 96, so it's going to be another beautiful day, warm, but we'll see when we get out there. What is that? What is that? I'm not playing. I'm not playing. It's coming from across the lake. Across the lake. Getting into Willow Creek here. It's a little warm. Before we head up the 96, we're gonna get gassed up here. Right, start heading north on the 96. This is famous Bigfoot highway. It's a little warm, it ain't bad. Stay on the 96, it runs north up to about Happy Camp, and then it bends over to, it goes east out to I-5 just above Wairika, but we're not doing that. We're going to get through Hoopa here and Bluff Creek Road's just past Witchpeck a few miles, so make our way out there and see how hot it is once we get up there. I mean, I don't know. I'm not here playing games. I just want to camp in Bigfoot land, but I'm not into that. I'm too old for that shit. Alright, this is our road here. It's this is Bluff Creek Road. And the sun's out. This is Forest Route 13 or 13N1, and it goes all the way up to well, you can follow it all the way up to 12N and cut over to Louse camp and all that, but we're gonna start making our way up the hill here and get up to Onion Mountain. Get out, take a break. We're right at about starting to go up. It's about 4,100 elevation, but get out for a minute and take a break here. Little hazy. Some rough sections, but it's not too bad. You know, it's asphalt long way up here, and this was the Forest Service really in the 1950s and 60s came up and built all these logging roads. So it's asphalt, so the logging trucks could get up here. And that's really what started this whole thing, actually, because they wanted to create access routes to get access to the timbers up here. It's mostly Doug fir. And right around the 50s and 60s is when all the Bigfoot sightings apparently started getting reported. And the Geo Road, which is, it's north of us, it runs parallel with Forest Route 13, which is what this is, Blue Creek Mountain Road. And if you go out on the Geo Road, it's a 2-lane. It was supposed to be a highway. It was going from Orleans to Gasky, and it goes about, I don't know, maybe 30 miles in. And it got shut down in the 70s, so it didn't connect. But you can take it from Gasky and Orleans. You get to the end of it, it just ends, you know. And there's about a 5-mile gap between the Gasky side and the Orleans side. It's pretty fascinating. This area here's it's cooler, you know, as you get up in elevation. But it's pretty interesting. Somewhere around 1956 is when the first sort of Bigfoot sighting started up, you know, and then the infamous one in 1958 at Louse Creek. When Jerry Crew found those tracks by his dozers, you know, the crews would come up here, not all of them, but they'd come up here to these camps and work on the roads. But some of them stayed up here, some of them went back down the hill, and during the weekends, you know, family and all that, and then come back up. But we're going to keep going. I think what we're going to do is, so Onion Mountain is up here further, and I think we're going to maybe check out Onion Lake to spend the night. So, all right, we're going to use the facilitrees here in a minute and keep going. Making our way up the hill here. I think Onion Lake is about 4,400 elevation, but Onion Mountain's at I think around 4,800 or so. Fixing to find out here. See how far we're getting up here. It's a good vista view. I'm going to pull over here. Wow, you can really feel the elevation change. What a beautiful view, though. Look at that. I hear birds way off in the distance. It's so quiet out here. It's beautiful, man. You can tell the difference in the air when you get to the higher elevations up here. It's hard to not just stop and take it in a little bit. All right, we're not too far off, just up the road a little bit, so get cooking back up the road here. Keep heading up the road. Such beautiful country, it's hard not to stop and enjoy it. Boy, you can see these roads ain't maintained. Yeah, boulders running in the road here. Cooking here. Getting up to the Onion Lake turnoff right here. I'm going to pull over and take a look. This is the area that John Green came out and explored in 1967. Let me get out for a minute, take a walk here. All right, this is the road to Onion Lake. That's where we're gonna camp tonight. But this is Onion Mountain right here, and that's Blue Creek Mountain over there. But this road, John Green was out here. He was a journalist, and he published several books on Bigfoot, you know, and doing research. He was out here in August of 1967, late August, with Harold McCullough and Dale Moffett from North American Guard Dog Services, because there was tracks out here. They found 2 tracks on this road. One was about 15 inches and 13 inches long, you know, and they were trying to track them with the dogs. But apparently the tracks were too old and they couldn't really follow the scent. So he headed back to Orleans, and while he was down there, he was talking to Bud Ryerson and his wife and said, if you find any more tracks, to let him know. And he was from British Columbia, and he went back up there, and then about a week later or so, Bud Ryerson called John Green and said, we got what you're looking for, and they reported a bunch of tracks out here. So he came back out with Dale and them and the guard dog, or with the tracking dog, and they flew into to Orleans. The Vancouver Sun gave him the money, like $500 to fly back down here and check it out. And so by the time they got to Orleans, it was really late, but they drove up here that night, and they found 3 sets of tracks. This is how the story goes anyhow. And up and down this road right here, from somewhere, you know, well, Onion Mountain's kind of behind us, but this road right here, they found all kinds of tracks. But it was so late, and the dog, apparently, they were looking at him with the flashlight, and the dog they didn't want the dog going down into the bush, you know, to follow the scent, apparently. And so they went back to Orleans, and they came back the next day, and they found a bunch of tracks, apparently, all up and down this road here. And John Green had done plastered the print, you know, to make the cast of the prints. And by the time they got up here, you know, they counted 590 tracks, three separate and distinct, you know, barefooted Bigfoot tracks, I guess that's what they were saying. But they estimated, just because of the time, that there was probably well over 1,000. But that's what they documented here, and it's pretty fascinating. All up and down this road. This is Blue Creek Road up here. You can't really see it, but it's up here on the mountain over here. Runs right through here. So this whole road in here, all the way up through here, is where they found them tracks. Quite a few, and it's, I don't know, another historical footnote in Bigfoot sightings. You know, again, these roads out here were built by the Forest Service during the 50s and the 60s, again, to make logging deep access for the lumber. All up here, it's mostly Doug fir and all that. It's fascinating. Well, John Green and them were out here casting those prints. Don Abbott was an anthropologist from the BC Provincial Anthropology. Came out the next day and was looking at the tracks, and he was very convinced, you know, but he was an anthropologist. So what they had done is contacted a couple zoologists down at Humboldt State University at the time to try to get them to come up here, and said they had casted some prints and all that, and you know, they weren't too convinced, but they finally got him to come up here. And by that time, I guess the tracks had degraded and that, and they said they weren't too convincing, but it's just another infamous sort of Bigfoot sighting in the history of the lore up here. I'm not really here to prove Bigfoot exists. I'm not here to prove Bigfoot doesn't exist. Like, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know, it's not my thing. If it does, great. I'll video it and I'll share it with the world, break the internet. But, you know, it's somewhere around the gentleman from Hoopa, you know, had said that they said finally the white man finally figured out there was Bigfoot up here, and he had said that during the 1848-49 gold rush, there were lots of Bigfoot up here apparently, and that all the miners scared him off. So it's just another piece of history, I guess you could say, and I'm fascinated by it. But at the end of the day, you know, my family and I live in Humboldt, and we love camping, and I cannot think of a cooler place to come camp with my son, which is really the main reason I'm out here. I'm interested in Bigfoot, but if you're gonna pick a place to camp, why not do it in Bigfoot country and at Onion Lake? And so Onion Lake's about a quarter mile. We're gonna drive over there right now, and there's a place you can camp right next to the lake, you know? And just to get an idea of how far we're in, this is the sign before if you're coming the other way, you know? So we're about 20 miles in on Forest Route 13, which is it's Bluff Creek Road, and it turns into Blue Creek Mountain Road, which is just all one straight road where we came up. But yeah, this is the road of the famous, or I guess infamous, Onion Mountain Blue Creek Bigfoot track. I was going to say sighting, they didn't sight him, but you know, and this is right before Bob Gimlin and Roger Patterson caught down on Bluff Creek, you know, the most famous Bigfoot video that's, you know, that everybody's watched and said was fake or real or whatever. I don't know. It's not my game. That's for other people to decide one way or another. It's certainly fascinating. But we're going to make our way over to the lake and set up camp. It's beautiful, man. It's been really hot in the upper 90s down in Hoopa in the valley and that, but we're at elevation. We're at about, I got to look, I think we're about 4,400 to 48. I think Onion Mountain, if you look up there, which is at the top, the peak's about 4,800 up there. And Blue Creek Mountain, which is right here as well, is about the same. So, all right, we're gonna head over and get over to Onion Lake and set up our camp. Man, I'm hungry. It's bacon burger o'clock, and my wife made us some big old patties. We're gonna have patty melts on some garlic sourdough bread. I'm looking forward to it because my stomach's growling, man. All right, let's get going and get over to our site here. All right, we're gonna make our way over. We're kind of down to the lake here. It's about a quarter mile in. And there's a trail up here. You can hike up to the top of Onion Mountain. I don't see that in our future, but we'll at least go see what's going on down here at the lake. I'm pretty certain there's a campsite. That's what I read online. I've never been here, you know, but it's supposed to be a little spot next to the lake and that. Let's go figure it out here. Ooh, okay. That's why I own a four-wheel drive. We're at about just under 4,400 elevation according to my altimeter. But let me pay attention, get down the road here. too bad. A little turnabout here. There's the lake right there. Let's see what we're working with here. A little meadow. Oh, there's the, all right, well, fire pit. Perfect. I'm gonna back in there and get ourselves set up here. All right, look at this. Nice fire pit. I don't know about the grill. I got my own, so it's nice and cool here too. Well, you can disperse camp in the Six Rivers National Forest, which is great. I mean, there's rules. You can only stay in one spot for up to 14 days, and look at the meadow here. And the lake. And you can have a campfire, but you got to have a campfire permit. They're easy. They just go online. They're free. They're free in that, and it's really just to make sure you register because, it's fire season. I don't want to go too far. Looks like it's been trampled, I'm just... Mainly what I'm concerned with, if I'm being honest, are bears. I just got back from Alaska, and checking out the brown bears, they're no joke. It appears to me that this is fed by a spring, this lake here. Let's go check it out. But when I look at the grass trampled, it looks like in the Katmai. I went out there, with my mom and my aunts, and you walk amongst them, and it's no biggie really, but because they're feeding on the salmon. But when you walk from the bridge, the mouth of the Brooks River down to, let's go this way, to Brooks Falls, as you're walking the trail, you can see where those bears are bedding down. It's eerie. And, wow, that's great. Look at that. What an awesome place to pick a campsite. Or step in water. Hello, there's part of the spring. Glad I have waterproof shoes. So, welcome to Onion Lake. That's cool. We'll maybe explore it in a little bit, but right now I'm a little hungry. So, all right, we're gonna set up camp here and eat and relax. Enjoy relaxing night camping with my son. And keep an eye out for bears and mountain lions. This is, we're 20 miles in, so you come out here prepared and all that. So, all right, we're gonna get set up, get a campfire started, and cook up some bacon burger patty melts. You get it. Sweet. Do our due diligence. All I got is ketchup and barbecue sauce mixed. Well, it's not totally mixed, it's kind of separated, but I didn't want to totally mix it yet. And garlic sourdough, cookies located.
Huh?
Cookies located. You like sauteed onions or what? You love them is what you're about to say.
Not on my burger, but if it's cooked with it.
I mean, you love them. Because you can't get enough of them.
How are you going to use spice?
Hmm?
How are you going to do the spice?
Magic. Yep. Butter. Couple of monster burgers. Look at that. Bigfoot burgers, as it were. All right, let's get this over there. I'm getting hungry. Dude, okay, how many cookies you already eaten?
2 what?
Well, that ain't what? Here's my second. Damn. Freaking good, huh? You hear that?
Yeah.
You messing around?
Nope, that was not me. That was you. Wait, are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, you might have gotten me.
There's another GoPro. Go grab it and walk around.
Explore.
Then,
Yeah, let me get my boots on.
here.
Oh, I didn't spray just in case.
Yeah. Right.
It kind of maybe sort of sounded like a deer, but I don't really want to take chances.
Look at these burgers.
No good.
Good night.
No good. Not seeing anything. I don't know if his other GoPro got it. That's the problem, because we both heard it. We both turned our heads. So I'm not even hearing nothing moving either. That was definitely on the stranger side, that's for sure. There's another one of the birdhouses right here. There's another one at the camp. But no, I'm not seeing nothing. There's another birdhouse right there. Yeah, no, there's nothing over here. That was strange, though. That was weird. Oh, there's another birdhouse way over there. Yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. But it's a nice little pond here, but you know, that kind of freaked us out a little bit. Some fish in the water, but no, I'm not seeing nothing. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I'll go back here.
French fries in the mix here. Go take a walk here. I mean, you know, that's creepy. What is that? I'm not playing. It's coming from across the lake. Holy shit, my heart is racing. It's over there. I'm not walking into the bush. It's moving. It's back behind us now. Where we came in from. I know, I heard it. My heart's beating big time. I've been in the forest a lot. I've never heard that kind of sound.
There's multiple. I heard it over there.
It sounded like it was circling around. It's almost like a growl. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I heard it over there, and then I heard it again over there. I hope that's not a mountain lion. Do you think that's a mountain lion?
I don't.
That tree's probably done as well. I'll put the other trees on.
It was across the, somewhere over in there on the other side of the lake.
Yeah, I heard that.
When
I
I
heard
would-
it again over there.
Yeah, well, I was over there and I heard it.
Yeah. And then it moved. Maybe it moved. Across that way.
Like, I'm not playing around.
No, I'm not playing around either. It's spooky. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear it over here. That's what I'm trying to think. But that's probably down over there. I put the other trees on.
Okay, well, that's ridiculous. I'm gonna let this play. No joke.
Do you think it's a mountain lion?
I've never heard that.
No. Have you heard a mountain lion before? I think you have.
They're cats, though.
Yeah.
That's not a.
That doesn't sound like a cat.
Like, I'm straight up,
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's why I dropped that shotgun.
and I'm not joking. We'll leave. I'm not playing around.
No. Alright, I don't freaking either. There's one on the chamber in this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's all fun and games,
Yeah.
but
It's either like one thing and it's moving around, or there's multiple. Which I don't really like. Or it's Bigfoot. But that's kind of bullshit.
get your spotlight. Just,
I got it.
I mean, I don't want to be tripping for no reason, but like, I'm not playing around either.
Oh, I get it.
I'm not going to sleep. I got to get this food done so it stops sizzling, because that's tripping me out. Trying to enjoy my bacon burger. I'm not here to lose my... Oops. Gosh dang it. I guess that one's mine.
What?
I got a little ash on mine. Keep...
I'm keeping a lookout.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even kidding. And I don't even know if you need to be staying in the tent, because I don't think that's a bear. Bears don't make that kind of sound. They make a... It's not that. Like, I was telling you about that dude at the Katmai. What was his name? I gotta go look. Huh? Timothy Treadwell?
Yeah.
He's going out there for years. I think, was it that 2003, I want to say? Like, I'm not playing. I know I was reading it on the way up here, but he'd get dropped off in the Katmai.
He's enjoying the fish right now.
And he'd hang out with the brown bears
I do love you. He's my friend.
with the
He's a
death
good
wish. But he was doing it for years, apparently. Grandma was telling me. And then in 03, he took his girlfriend out there. And they were camping in a tent. And one attacked him. And she recorded it. She didn't take she didn't take the cap off the camera, and then the camera ran out of tape, but the audio was horrific. I mean, you could hear it attacking him. He was, oh my word, just getting chomped on by a bear, and she was screaming to fight back, and then the tape ran out. You can find it on YouTube. It is horrific. I might play a little bit, but people can YouTube that themselves. But when it was done killing him, it turned on her and killed her. You imagine sitting there watching this guy getting eaten, screaming, not knowing what to do in the tent, and then finally that bear just took one chomp at some point. But that would, it's horrible. And just to watch that, and then it turns on her. I don't like that. But anyway, I sat on the watching the grizzlies, and I listened to them. I mean, they don't make that kind. That's not the sound they make. And there's bears out here. There's no doubt about it, and mountain lions. But that ain't neither. I just want to enjoy a burger.
Bigfoot burger,
I haven't heard it again. And I'll be honest, I don't want to hear it again.
yeah, especially if it gets closer.
When it was over there, it sounded like it moved off. The last time. Like, I wonder if it was going on walking on the road, because the road's right here.
Yeah.
And it's going, because this road keeps going.
Not hearing nothing now.
Good. That's too much excitement. Like, I don't want to have a heart attack.
We don't have to stay, guy. We can go.
Well, I mean, let's just chill and whatever, man.
Well, you want to go if you hear it again?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not here playing games.
Yeah.
I just want to camp in Bigfoot land, but I'm not into that. I'm too old for that shit.
Has this only got a red light?
No, you got to take the cap off. Unbelievable. Well, because that's not a joke. I'm not playing.
I mean, you can't really explain that, huh?
No. What a way to go. Trying to enjoy some campfire barbecue bacon burgers, patty melts. I mean, come on. You want some of these onions on your stuff?
No.
Oops.
We'll put your spotlight right next to your chair.
All right, here. Grab your,
Do you want me to turn on the lights?
oh man, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. It's alright if you want. We can just...
You want, here. Grab your plate. I just want to enjoy my bacon burger. Without crap in my pants, because I don't know what that noise was.
It's going to be a good video, though.
I mean, screw the video.
Well, if you want to leave, just tell me.
Well, I'm not kidding. If that doesn't stop, we're out.
Okay.
I'm not playing around with that.
No, I get that.
Screw that.
I need BBQ.
I don't know how good the audio picked it up, but
I heard you. I know. I heard it several times. I tried recording it on my phone.
I'll be playing around.
No, I swear I heard something over there. I got goosebumps from it. It sounded big.
If it doesn't cool out, we're gonna leave. I'm not kidding.
No, I heard like, but it was like it sounded big, but there's no cracks on the sticks.
Let's just listen. I'm not into this anymore.
You don't have to tell me. That's.
I mean, I am, but I ain't.
It was all fun and games, but now it's getting a little weird now. I get goosebumps. And it was moving pretty damn fast. Like, for how fast it was moving, because it was on the other side of the lake, and then it came over here. It was moving. Okay, did you hear that? I heard it over there. Oh, I heard it over there. It sounds farther away. I swear I just heard it over there. The same sound. It sounds further away. Dude, I got goosebumps.
So here's our options.
I think we leave.
Look at that big old tree. Somebody bucked it too. See that, where it's bucked?
Yeah. I think we should do the non-horror movie cliche thing and stay here. And we should probably leave.
So we either leave,
Yeah.
or we get everything and sleep inside the truck.
I would probably like to leave. I'm a little uncomfortable, and I don't feel safe at all. If we got to sleep with the gun next to our heads, that's not something I really want to try to sleep. I'm not going to be able to sleep because that thing can come back.
That's the problem. We're up on a ridge.
We're surrounded.
If you keep going on this road behind us,
Yeah.
you know the road when we turned off.
Yeah.
So there's a fork in the road over here.
Yeah.
And it's 12N. It's Cedar Creek, I believe. 12N. I think it's 12N1. I have to go look at the map again. But that goes over to Louse Camp. Louse Camp's down below us.
Yeah.
And Laird Meadow. I mean, so Laird Meadow in 1964, Pat Graves found Bigfoot tracks over there.
Yeah.
He worked for he was a contractor. He was an inspector and a grader and timber cruiser. And Laird Meadows is right down below us. Like it's over a couple linear miles, maybe this way. And then Louse Camp is where Jerry Crew in 1958 found the Bigfoot tracks. He lived in Sailor, and he'd come up here, he'd work all week, and he'd go home for the weekend, and he'd come back. And one time he came back to get on his cat, and he just noticed big old footprints around his caterpillar or whatever, because he was grading the road right there by Notice Creek. And they casted him. Now, that could all be complete BS. I know. They reported it. It was in the Genzoli was the Humboldt Times reporter that took pictures of it all. But that's right over here too. So if it's all a hoax, okay, fair enough. But it all happened in this area right here.
That's
That was 1958, and then when they posted that, when they put when the article ran, they called it Bigfoot. That's where the name came from. It's October of 1958. And in 1964 was Laird Meadows. Pat Graves got that, they casted this. And then John Green, well, I already talked about that earlier. But that's all within a couple miles. And then the Patterson-Gimlin Bluff Creek is beyond Louse Creek where we stayed last time. It's all in this area.
what I don't understand is we didn't hear really any footsteps. I heard pounding over here.
So, but, okay. What kind of animal was it?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Fine if it's an animal. I've never heard anything like that before.
I swear to you, I heard pounding. Like it was stomping. Are you shaking? I'm shaking a little bit.
My heart was pounding when I was in there. I don't know what. Dude, it was like,
My heart dropped when I kept on hearing it over and over again.
People can say what they want. I don't give it.
Heck.
Sugar, honey, iced tea, as it were. I don't like that.
So in all your years of the woods, you've never heard that? No.
Get all this worked out. Beautiful night. I mean, I don't mind excitement, but that, I don't like that. That's unknown stuff to me.
Expedition unknown?
Whatever unknown, you know what I'm saying?
It's a little too unknown for us.
That's a bit much. You know, okay, if it's a mountain lion, okay, cool. You want us to camp where there's a mountain lion walking around?
Not really.
Correct. I don't know. I'm concerned about both, to be honest. Mountain lions and bears.
But it didn't sound like either.
I know that. That's what got me
That's the
tripping.
problem.
Just keep your ears out.
You want me to clean up my tent?
Yeah, take on the tent. Because we're sleeping in the cab.
I don't even want to sleep here.
Well,
I'm going to be honest with you. I really want to. I did not like it either.
So did I. I got freaking goosebumps. He was way off.
I heard
It sounds like it's over here. Dude, I have goosebumps like crazy right now. See, it goes up right here. Over this right here, and then it drops down. Like
Yeah.
we're in the Goliath Mountains. Laird Meadow's right over here.
Yeah.
That sounded like it might have been down the hill.
Yeah. I don't like that. I'm just telling you right now,
Right.
I really don't think we should stay here.
All right, well, let's go walk over to the by the lake. Stars are out. It's eerie. Yeah. Avoid some wet shoes. Or wetter shoes, I guess you could say. See what's up at the lake here, man, I swear. that noise was coming from this side of the lake over here. And right across the way. Onion Lake, huh? It's not very big. I just wonder if it serves as some sort of watering hole for the animals. But whatever we were hearing, it started over here like it was down the road. But it sounded like it was right across the lake, and then when I was standing over there, it was right over here on the other side. I don't know. That's trippy. I'd go out more, but looks wet down there. It's nice and calm now, though. Wow. Want to walk around the other side? Well, it's too much. You know, it's either, I don't know what it was. So, it wasn't a bear. I know what bears sound like. And I know what mountain lions sound like. And whatever we heard was neither. But what I'm hoping is I'll try to enhance the audio, or at least turn it up when I go to edit this video. And I welcome opinions. So when this video goes up, please feel free to comment, to be honest, because, you know, I ain't no survival expert or none of that, but I've spent a lot of time in the forest. Pardon me, I'm tired. And in the woods, and I ain't never heard no noise like that before. And let's walk over to this side. It's where we came in at. And we started hearing that, whatever it was not a guttural, deep growl like a bear makes. And I've never heard a mountain lion sound like that. But regardless, if it was either one of them, I ain't hanging around here to find out. Because, first of all, mountain lions are no joke, and neither are bears. And I'm not interested in any of that. I just spent time in Alaska at the Katmai watching the brown bears, you know? And that's no joke. This is the, well, you can't see the willows. The lake's right here. But we first started hearing it down over there. And what I think was happening is that maybe it was down by the road, because the road's down below us here. But it was making its way around Onion Lake right here. And it was a little too close over there. And then it circled around our camp. And I think the last time we heard it, it sounded like it was going down the ridge, but, you know, let's say it was a mountain lion or a bear, man, fair enough. They can make a lot of ground in a short period of time. And it's all elevated around us, and I don't like that, to be honest. I'd rather be up on a ridge, and that's not where, it's a beautiful campsite. No doubt about it, but we're gonna have to, we'll come back out again, I think. We'll see. I just gotta absorb all what happened. Think all that through, but it's a little much. So I'm not into danger stuff, to be honest, not like this. We're too far out. We're 20 miles from 96 on Forest Route 13. And you could just see it's, you know, we're down between Little Gully here. So that means whatever, mountain lion or bear or Bigfoot, I don't care, can see down on us, and I just feel too vulnerable here. I'm not into it. So we're gonna call it and think through what all that was. And I'm gonna hope somebody in internet land can listen to those growls or whatever we picked up. Please let me know what that was. Like, I'm serious. So, again, if it was a bear or a mountain lion, fair enough. We're not sticking around for that noise. You know what I'm saying?
No.
All right, we're gonna clean up here and call it. I do want to come back out here, but I think for safety reasons, we're just gonna call it a night and make our way home. So, muddy mess. All right, that's all right, well, we out till I can figure out what that noise was. Ooh, the sun's out. I mean, pardon me, the sun, the moon, look at that.
Yeah, you can see it shining over here.
Wow. I mean, it's a beautiful night. Stars are out. And there's something on the prowl, and I don't like that. So we'll do it again another time, I guess. But in the meantime, we're gonna call it a night. Go home and listen to the video. So I put some headphones on and try to figure out what that was, because I don't know. So, we'll I don't know. That's a mystery, but it is what it is. We're gonna make our way home and call it a night. So people can say what they want, to be honest. Sure, I got everything. I'm gonna be 53 years old here in a few months, and I've taken pretty much a lot of chances in my life, but I'm not into it anymore. I'm more safety, you know. So until I can figure out what that noise was, it's just a little much. So, all right, man, we're headed home. So, well, appreciate everybody watching. I don't know how this video is going to be edited out, but sensors are going off. I'm just probably going to let it all run, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to enhance the audio and see what happens, but please be sure you subscribe down below. I ain't done coming out here and spending the night. I just want to go home and review that video and listen to those noises and figure out what that was. Again, if it was a mountain lion, I'm not hanging out here knowing there's a mountain lion circling us, number one. Number two, if it was a bear, same. So it's just dumb. We're too far out. So anyway, please be sure you subscribe down below. You know, we appreciate the support, and you know, from my family to yours, celebrate others, respect yourself, because love is powerful, man. And this was Onion Lake. We'll come out and do it again, but not tonight. So we'll see you on the next one.